Okay, I think we're going to get started and people can just join as they can. So my name is Sarah Edwards and I work for Cook County's Department of Environment and Sustainability, and I'm going to be running the Cook County Sun and Save Program Administrator Partner Program Info session this morning. We are recording this just as a heads up, and it will be up on our website either later today or on Monday. So with that, I am going to share my screen. And we will get started. Okay. You all see my screen. Ryan
Yep.
is from Guidehouse. Awesome. Is going to be monitoring the chat. And like I said, you can't speak or in this session just the way the settings are set up, but please drop any questions that you have in the chat, and I will be answering questions after I go through these slides here today. So Ryan will be monitoring the chat there. So like I said, thank you so much for attending our Program Administrator Partner Information Session for Cook County Sun and Save, the Residential Renewable Energy Subsidy Program. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm a Sustainability Program Manager for Cook County's Department of Environment and Sustainability, and I am the point person in our department for this program. So a little bit about what we'll cover today in this brief session. Quick background on Cook County. Then we're going to go over the program, the goals, the program administrator partner role, and the services required. And then we're going to talk a little bit about selection process and next steps. So briefly, Cook County is the country's second most populous county, and we have roughly 5.3 million people. And we have 134 municipalities within Cook County, and Chicago is our largest and is our county seat. The county's Department of Environment and Sustainability fosters healthy, resilient, and thriving communities by improving the quality of life. Protecting the natural environment and promoting sustainability and environmental justice for all Cook County residents and stakeholders. And our Department of Environment and Sustainability, or DES, will be overseeing the Cook County Sun and Save program. And then Ryan, you can see my slides, or the slides not advancing?
The slides are not advancing. It's on About Cook County right now.
Fascinating. Okay, I am on, so it's about Cook County, and then I'm about to go to slide 5, Cook County Sun and Save. Do you all see that?
Yep, you're on that.
Okay, okay. And again, if anyone's having technical issues, including myself, please type into the chat and to let us know that, okay? So Cook County Sun and Save. The county is seeking grant applications or proposals from agencies who can fulfill the required scope of services for supporting the Cook County Sun and Save program. The Cook County Sun and Save program will offer financial support for residential renewable energy installations. This program will cover the cost of the installation for residents who are at or below 120% area median income, or AMI, reaching income qualified households throughout both the suburbs and the city of Chicago. And the county is aiming to open the program to participants in late spring of 2023. Eligibility, like I said, will be based on income thresholds, with the understanding that the Illinois Solar for All program services residents at or below 80% AMI. So this program is really looking to serve residents between 80 and 120% AMI in the city of Chicago and the suburbs. Cook County Sun and Save is funded through the American Rescue Plan Act, and the county is a pass-through entity, and we are looking for a program administrator for this program. The program administrator partner will be responsible for participant recruitment, eligibility verification, solar assessments, solar installations, and the required data collection elements therein. And Award recipients of the ARPA funding will be responsible for adhering to federal award guidelines and the uniform guidance, just set of federal rules, including administrative requirements, cost principles, and audit guidelines that apply to federal money. And Cook County has allocated from their ARPA funding around $3 million for the Cook County Sun and Safe program. Okay, the program administrator partner role. So a few more details here about the primary objectives of the program administrator partner. We're looking for, like I mentioned before, program design, outreach, participant recruitment, eligibility verification, solar assessments, solar installations, and then the data collection required. So the objectives would be to recruit Cook County residents through targeted outreach, working with local community groups to effectively communicate about this program through trusted messengers, conduct free solar assessments to industry standards for each resident that is interested in participating, identify appropriate energy efficiency programs that households should be participating in, identify appropriate procurement of equipment and services, and execute necessary contracts to install solar panels at each participating residence, and work with the county to capture all necessary data for reporting and evaluation. So a little more detail about services required. We'll start with program development. We are looking to bring on, an expert in this space as our program administrator partner. So they will help refine the general program design so that Cook County Sun and Safe can be a successful program and successfully interwoven into the existing state, federal, or utility renewable energy programs and incentives. Outreach and recruitment. So we want to perform, the program administrator partner will be performing outreach for the program, working with local community groups through, to spread the word through presentations, tabling, those types of things, to raise awareness of the program and to recruit potential participants. Outreach will be focused within disinvested communities and communities of color within Chicago and suburban Cook County. The solar assessments. So you'll provide free solar site assessments and system designs and cost estimates for each participant. And these designs should be aesthetically pleasing and take into consideration what the needs and preferences are of the owner, as well as minimizing project costs and maximizing solar energy production. Program enrollment. So you're going to verify established income eligibility and program eligibility and obtain homeowner confirmation of participation in the program. And then collaboration with existing energy efficiency programs. So as we know, energy efficient home will use less energy and will be even greater reduction of utility bills and energy burden for participants. So we want to ensure this collaboration for homeowners with applicable energy efficiency programs. One such example is ComEd's home energy assessment, but that is not at all an exhaustive list, but that's just one particular example. The solar system installation, so identifying the appropriate procurement of equipment and services and executing necessary contracts to install the solar system. And then again, reporting and evaluation. As I've said, this is federal funding, so there are a lot of reporting requirements. So collecting data necessary for federal reporting guidelines, as well as for Cook County's program metrics. Okay. So then we'll move on to selection. So there are selection criteria that are listed out here, as well as points that will be associated with those when reviewing the applications. It's out of 120 points, and 60 of those are going towards relevant experience and program design. So that's experience implementing and managing large-scale residential renewable energy programs, experience with energy outreach to disinvested communities and communities of color, experience working with renters and landlords, ability to conduct eligibility verification, enroll and onboard participants, and track program data, and making sure that there is clarity and accessibility and thoughtfulness in program design. The next category is organizational capacity, which is 25 points. So clear staffing plan with qualified staff that is responsible for managing the components of the program, ability to manage subcontractors if that's relevant and part of your application, ability to strengthening the strength of the existing infrastructure and processes and systems for monitoring program expenditures, and then the ability to meet federal reporting guidelines. The next criteria is performance management. So again, that's for 15 points. Clear evidence of strong past performance, as well as experience with data-driven performance management. The next criteria is equity and cultural competency for 15 points. Demonstrated commitment to equity and inclusion, experience working with priority communities, like I said, disinvested communities and communities of color, and accessibility of program systems to diverse audiences. And lastly, there is a budget template that is a required part of the application. So that budget justification is 5 points. So demonstrated financial capacity for all program components, and then clear and reasonable cost listed out in that budget, for a total of 120 points. So next is how to apply. So on our website, which Ryan can drop in the chat, it's cookcountyil.gov/service/solar-energy. There is a Cook County Sun and Save Program Administrator Overview PDF. And so that has all of these details that we're going over today, in addition to more descriptions. And I would recommend downloading that and reviewing that carefully. Then there is on the same website, there's the Program Administrator Partner Grant Application Word document, which is a fillable document. And you need to fill out that application as well as provide any required and supplemental documents. One of those documents is the Cook County Sun and Save Program Administrator Budget Template. And these documents can be submitted as a Word document or a PDF, as well as the Excel file for the budget. Then you will email the completed application, including the budget template and any required or supplemental documents, to environment@cookcountyil.gov. These applications are due in 2 weeks on Friday, September 30th at 5 p.m. Central. And like I said, again, it's on our website, cookcountyil.gov/service/solar-energy. And so I would be looking for the Program Administrator Overview, and you need to be submitting the application and the budget template. So briefly, the budget template is here. There's both a summary form tab as well as a narrative tab. So make sure you're completing both aspects of that. Build a budget for the entire duration of the project. Complete the expense breakdown and narrative, like I said, for each year, and provide justification for each proposed cost in the budget. And you can submit this budget in Excel. So again, this is just another way, so less words from Sarah, but here are the requirements for the application. Is the completed application document, the budget form and narrative, which is the Excel form, key personnel, which includes resumes, the 501c3 IRS determination letter, the list of board directors, and the recent financial statement or audit. And if you are not a 501c3 and are a for-profit, you can still apply to be the program administrator. You just note that in your application, so you don't need to provide that determination letter. Again, the county is a pass-through entity, and we are looking for someone to administer the program. So the only fees kept by the program administrator would be to directly administer the program. If you are for-profit and you're selected to be the program administrator, partner, and we move forward in that process with you, there will be methods to ensure compliance for federal awards related to being a for-profit subrecipient, which may include pre-award audits, monitoring during the agreement, and post-award audits. Okay, subcontracting. So as you can see, this program, there are lots of pieces to it. So it might make sense as the program administrator to submit an application with subcontractors. You are able to apply as a single organization or as a lead organization in partnership with subcontracting organizations. The subcontracted agencies must demonstrate the ability to implement the designed program elements. The lead organization must demonstrate financial capacity and ability to comply with all administrative requirements outlined in the scope of work, and the applicant's response must include a description of which portions of the services will be subcontracted out, the names and addresses of potential subcontractors to fill those portions of the services, and the expected amount of money each will receive under the contract. And then application timeline. So the application was released on Thursday, September 8th. We are here now, February, September 16th, in the Cook County Sun and Save Program Administrator Partner Information Session. Any questions that want to be asked about the program need to be submitted by 5 p.m. on Tuesday the 20th. So those questions include questions that have already come in, as well as questions in the chat that we received today. And if you go home later and you're thinking, I wish I could have asked more questions, or questions come up, please email environment@cookcountyil.gov by the end of day on Tuesday the 20th. And then the questions and the answers will be posted online on cookcountyil.gov/service/solar-energy by Friday, September 23rd by 5 p.m. And then, like I mentioned before, the application is due on Friday, September 30th at 5 p.m. And all applications must be submitted electronically, and late submissions will not be considered. So, like I said, please visit the website if you haven't already for the program administrator overview for more information and the links to the application and to the budget template. And like I said, if you have more questions that you come up with after this session, please email environment@cookcountyil.gov, and that's also where you will be submitting the application to. Yes.
Yeah, thanks,
Any
Sarah. That's such a
questions?
good. Thank you, Sarah, for the presentation. I'm the only one that can talk, so I will share 2 questions that came through the chat. One of them from Matthew Huffman said, one of the required attachments for the RFP is a 501c3 IRS determination letter. Does this mean the lead contractor needs to be a nonprofit?
Yes. And thank you for that question. I did mention it earlier, but I'm going to mention it again here. You can apply if you are a for-profit. The county is a pass-through entity, and so we are looking for someone to administer the program. So the fees for the program administrator would be directly to administer the program. And if you are a for-profit and you're selected to be the program administrator partner, there will be methods to ensure compliance for federal awards made for for-profit subrecipients, which may include pre-award audits, monitoring during the agreement, and post-award audits. And so I think just to note, if you are a for-profit and you apply, just to note somewhere that you are a for-profit, and we will not be expecting the IRS 501c3 letter.
Great, thanks. Matthew, feel free to follow up if you have any additional questions there. All right, we have a question from a different Matthew. And his question is there a supplier diversity or DBE requirement or goal?
You know, I'm going to have to get back to you on that, on the requirements related to the American Rescue Plan Act federal funding. So thank you for that question, and we will supply the answer by the 23rd.
Great. That's all the questions we've received so far in the chat. I encourage any other individuals listening to submit a question if they have one.
Yeah. So the source, sorry, I see the question from Jan. Jan asked the question, what is the source of the overall $3 million program budget? Is there a target budget per household for the solar installation or the target number of installation and households served? So the source of the funding is the American Rescue Plan Act funding, which the county received, I believe, $1 billion. And so the county allocated, as part of their process on determining programs, $3 million for Cook County Sun and Save. There is not necessarily a target budget per household or target number of installations and households served, because we were waiting for the program administrator applications to see what people anticipated could be met with this budget, given the current climate and everything that's going on with this. So once we get the program administrator on board, then we'll have the goals set from there. Okay, I see Anthony has a question. How, as a homeowner, can I apply for the solar program? So hello, Anthony. Hopefully, so this program is not up and operating yet. As you can see, we're looking for a program administrative partner. We're hoping that by late spring, maybe early summer, that the program will be open to participants. And at that point, you can go to cookcountyil.gov/service/solar-energy. There'll be information there, and we'll be doing a lot of press about it and reaching out to people, but we don't have it open yet for homeowners. We're gonna wait. Seems like we might have some more questions, so sorry for my silence. Yes, so Matthew Huffman asked, $3 million includes all program administrative fees and installation fees, correct? Passed through the county. Yes, so the little over $3 million, that's the whole, that includes everything that's available for the program.
Apologies, Matthew. I did not mean to brownie face your comment.
Okay, I'm going to give a couple more minutes in case anyone else has another question. But like I said, think about it, review the documents, and if you have other questions, please email us at environment@cookcountyil.gov. And barring any technical issues, this recording will be up on our website later today or on Monday. Hi, Jan. That's a great question. Do you anticipate any funding being made available for addressing pre-solar barriers, old roofs, out-of-code wiring, etc.? Yes, we do anticipate that there would be some funding available to be able to address some of these concerns, because we do know that's a big a big barrier to getting solar on there. But I think that the specifics would be determined by the program administrator, who would be, the expert in this space. So more details to come, but that was the intention, is that part of the fees, part of the funding, would be going towards addressing some of those concerns. Okay. I'm going to give it one more minute for any more questions currently. And then I think we will end for today. Okay. Well, I don't think we have any more questions. But like I said, if you're thinking about things and reviewing more things, please email us at environment@cookcountyil.gov. Otherwise, I think I'm going to end for today. Thank you so much for your interest in this program and joining us this morning. And we hope this has been informative. And thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Friday. Thanks, Matthew.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.